The peaceful life of Little Blue Riding Hood. In a cozy village where everyone knew each other's names lived a young girl named Little Blue Riding Hood. Why blue, you ask? Well, she always wore a bright blue hood that made her stand out, like a bluebird against the sky. This hood wasn't just any piece of clothing. Her grandmother, who loved her more than anything, had made it for her. And oh, could her grandmother cook! Her pies and cakes were the talk of the town, making every visit to her house a delicious adventure. Little Blue Riding Hood's life was as peaceful as a calm river. She spent her days helping out at home, playing with friends, and wandering through meadows filled with flowers. But no matter how busy she was, she always made time to visit her grandmother. Their bond was special, woven tightly with love, laughter, and lots of hugs. The promise to grandmother. One sunny morning, Little Blue Riding Hood made a promise. She promised to visit her grandmother, who lived on the other side of a thick forest. This wasn't just any visit. She was to deliver a basket filled with freshly baked goods and juicy fruits. Remember, stick to the forest path, her mother reminded her, a hint of worry in her voice. It's the safest way to Grandma's house. Nodding, Little Blue Riding Hood packed the basket, her blue hood resting gently on her shoulders, a symbol of the love and care enveloping her. The forest path was a winding ribbon through a sea of green, where sunlight played hide and seek with the shadows. It was a path she had taken many times, yet each journey felt like a new adventure, filled with the sounds of nature's own orchestra. With a promise to keep and a heart full of excitement, she stepped into the forest, unaware of the eyes watching her from the shadows. The cunning wolf. In the heart of the forest, a wolf with a plan as sly as his grin watched Little Blue Riding Hood begin her journey. This wolf, known for tricks more than his howl, decided to disguise himself. With a flick of his tail and a cunning thought, he put on a shawl and glasses, mimicking her dear grandmother's look. His plan? To trick Little Blue into thinking he was her beloved family member. The surprising encounter. As Little Blue hummed a tune, picking flowers along the path, she suddenly came face to face with what seemed to be her grandmother. But something felt off. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have," she said, a quiver in her voice. Noting the sharp gaze not quite like the warm ones she remembered. "All the better to see you with, my dear," replied the wolf, struggling to keep his voice sweet. Little Blue's heart raced, her mind whirring. Something was not right. The clever solution. Quick as a flash, Little Blue remembered a trick her grandmother had taught her. "Oh, grandmother, what lovely flowers outside! Shouldn't we pick some for the vase?" she asked, her voice steady but her heart pounding. The wolf, fooled by her act, nodded, and as he stepped outside, Little Blue swiftly locked the door behind him. With the wolf outsmarted and out of sight, she dashed off, safe once more, her cleverness shining bright as the moon above. The rescue. After outsmarting the wolf, Little Blue Riding Hood hurried along the path, leaves crunching underfoot. Soon, she saw her grandmother's cozy cottage nestled among the trees. Heart pounding with anticipation and relief, she knocked on the door, which swung open to reveal her grandmother, safe and sound. "Oh, my dear," exclaimed her grandmother, enveloping Little Blue in a warm embrace. "I was so worried when you didn't arrive on time." Little Blue hugged her back, her eyes shining with unshed tears of joy. They sat down, and she recounted her adventure, leaving her grandmother wide-eyed with amazement. The gratitude and the reward. Grateful for her granddaughter's bravery, Grandmother decided to prepare a special meal. She whipped up Little Blue's favorites, creamy mashed potatoes, tender roasted chicken, and, for dessert, a sweet, golden apple pie. As they sat down to eat, the warmth of the room and the love between them made the food taste even better. "My brave girl," said her grandmother, "you've shown such courage today. Always remember, your quick thinking and strong heart are the best rewards." Little Blue beamed, feeling a swell of pride. This was a day she would never forget, a day when bravery and love won. The moral of the story. As the stars twinkled outside the window, Little Blue Riding Hood and her grandmother shared a moment of quiet contentment. The adventure in the forest taught Little Blue a valuable lesson: promises are important, and being cautious is wise. "Always stay true to your word," her grandmother said. "And never forget to be careful, especially with strangers." Little Blue nodded, understanding the weight of her grandmother's words. Listening to your elders and trusting your instincts are keys to navigating life's forests. So, children, remember Little Blue's adventure. Be brave, be smart, and above all, listen to those who care for you. Their wisdom and your courage will guide you safely on your journey.